Hello everyone. Today let's solve the problem number 394 decode string. Right. So what the question states here. So we are given an encoding string like 3A to C. This one. Just consider this one itself. Right. Let's consider this one. This is nothing but the encoding string. So we are given an encoding string like this. So the encoding format is K of encoded underscore string. So here for this encoded format is nothing but K underscore this one uh k sorry k so just give me a second here. So this one we have to write k of within the array encoded under string. E is nothing but the encoded, this one is nothing but the underscore here string. So k of encoded under string, meaning we have to repeat encoded string exactly k times. So meaning we need to repeat the encoded we need to repeat the encoded string. This one I'm speaking, encoded string exactly k times, exactly k times. So we must decode and return the expanded string. We must decode and return the expanded string. So for us, input is guaranteed to be valid with well formatted brackets and integers only as repeat counts, only as repeat counts, right? So only the repeat counts, right? So input is guaranteed to be valid with the well formed brackets and integers only as repeat counts. So I hope the question part is completely clear, right? Again, we are given an encoding string like this, so you can just go through this one example. So the encoding format is k of encoded under strings within the array. So meaning we have to repeat the encoded string exactly k times. We must decode and return the expanded string. So we must decode and expand the this one. We must decode and return the expanded string. So input is guaranteed to be valid with the well formed brackets and integers only as the repeat counts. I hope this part is clear. I hope this part is clear, right? So let me do one thing. Yeah, I hope this part is completely clear. So let's come to the approach here. Let's come to the approach here. So first thing that I have to tell you is we will be going with the stack approach. We'll be going with the stack approach, nothing but we will be maintaining two stacks for this particular problem. So we'll be maintaining the two stacks for this particular problem, right? Just keep this in mind. Why two stacks? You can just ask. We can just go with the one stack, right? Why two stacks for this problem? Because one for the counts. So one we have to count, one for the counts, nothing but count stack, and another for one for the current strings, nothing but the string stack. One for the count, nothing but the count stack, and another one for the current strings, nothing but the string stack here. So we have to iterate through the each character. We have to iterate through the each character. When seeing a number, build a number. Just do one thing. Let's discuss this one directly rather than the theoretical part. Let's discuss this one directly, right? First one here. So here we know one thing, that we'll be making use of the two stacks here, one for the count and another one for the current string. Another one for the current string. One for the count and another one for the current string. So here one stack is for the count. This one you have to keep in mind at any cost. And another string for the this one, current string. So this is nothing but the count. So I'll just write here count. This one is nothing but the current string. CS, I'll just write here CS, right? One string. This is nothing but the this is one this one for the current stack, right? So this is fine. This is fine. Right. So let's go step by step here. Let's go step by step. So here in this case we have S equals 3 of A, this one 2 BC. This one is fine. 3, this example, the first example we have considered here, right? So 3, first what we will do, 3 and this one, 3 along with the square bracket. So we will push 3. We will push 3. So we have to push 3 here. So we have to push 3 and this one. For the square bracket we are pushing, this one will be empty string. For the square bracket we are pushing empty string. So this one will be 3 and empty string, right? So A, we have the current A now. We have the current A, this one current string, right? We have the current A, nothing but the string here. Now A, we have current, nothing but the string A. We are done with this one and 3 and this one as well. Now we have to deal with the 2, 2, right? So 2 and square bracket, 2 and square bracket. So this one we will push 2 along with the A, because the current string was A previously, right? So we will push 2 along with the string A, along with the string A. Now we have the current C. Now we have the current C. Now what we will do, as we have the current C, Now what we will do, let me delete this one and further proceed. Now what we will do, till here it is fine. Now we have the current C. Now what we'll do, we will pop to, this one, we will pop to, and we'll pop A, nothing but here this will be A plus C into 2, nothing but we got A double C, right? So next again, this one we had two, so one we popped actually. Now we have one more, this one, closing square bracket. So we'll pop three. We had this one, right? Two and three. Two initially we pushed. So at the top of the stack we had two, and we still have three. So we are left with the three. Now we pop three, and now empty string because this one. What do we call? Opening this one square bracket and opening square bracket, right? This one is nothing but pop, empty string is nothing but square bracket here. Then ACC we have from the previous step, again into 3, this one 3 I am speaking of, into 3. So this will be when we decode, it will be A double C and A double C, A double C, A double C, A double C, 3 times into 3 we have right here, the number 3 we have here. So this is how we decode A double C, A double C, A double C. So this 3 times we got. So this is the same output that we have got in the first example, right? So this is the same thing they have given for the first example output. So our approach works absolutely correct. Our approach works absolutely correct. Here we'll be making use of the two stack. If you didn't understand, let's write the code. You'll understand this one even clear. This is very simple, man. You'll understand this one clear, right? So let me delete this one and let's start writing the code. So first thing here, it would be so we'll be going with the stack to store the repetition counts, right? So I'll just go with stack here. This will be stack of integer, right? Stack of integer. So we'll be maintaining the two stacks, right? If you know, so one will be it which counts the integer, and another will be stack to store the strings, if you remember, right? So let's write that one very quickly. So this will be count stack equals new stack. Again we are making use of the this one, what do we call, standard stack here. We are not making use of the array builder here, I mean array dequeue, sorry. So again I'll just copy the same thing and make the necessary changes here. One more stack we'll be making use of, right? So I said we'll be making use of one more stack here. This one will be stack of again this will be string builder. This is fine. So this is nothing but here in this case string stack. This will be equals to new stack. This is fine. So this is fine. One is count stack and another one is string stack. We are done with the initialization part, or creating the stack. Next we have to go with the current working string, nothing but let's make use of the string builder here. We'll be making use of the string builder here. This will be string builder current. So this one will be new string builder. So we are going with the string builder, right? So I'll just go with the string builder. This is fine. So the next thing is we need to build the multi-digit numbers, right? We need to build the multi-digit numbers here. So I'll just initialize the k to 0. So this is fine. So now we have to go with the what do we call, iteration part. So we have to go with the iteration part. Only the iteration part is left, right? So now let's go with the for loop here. This one we have to consider the individual character. So this will be s dot to char array. This is fine. To char array. So within the for loop, so what we'll do, let's go with the simple if condition here. This one will be character dot is digit of this one ch. So this one, so within this what the if condition states here, we are just building the number like 2 3 as 2 into 10 plus 3, right? So suppose if we are considering the 23 here, we are building the number like 23 as 2 into 10 plus 3, right? So in this way we can write here, this one will be k equals k into 10 plus character hyphen 0. So this one has to be 0. Sorry, yeah, we are done with this. So next one, let's go with the else if quickly. Else if character equals this one. character equals opening square bracket. So accordingly with the approach, what we need to do, we have to push the current number to the repeat. So this will be count stack dot push of k, count stack dot push of k. Here we are just pushing the current number to repeat. Here next what we need to do, we need to push the current built string. So this will be string stack dot push of current, string stack dot push of current. This is fine. So the next step after pushing the current build string, we have to reset for inner string, nothing but I can just write here current equals new string builder. This is it. We are just resetting for the inner string, and then we have to reset the k as well, nothing but here k equals 0. So this part is clear. I hope this part is clear. Next, else if we have one more thing, character. What if character is this one, square bracket, ending square bracket, right? So here we have to get the repeat count, nothing but here int repeat. So this one, let me initialize this one to the count stack. Let me copy the count stack here. Why I have written like this? So yeah, let me copy this one. This one will be count stack dot pop. This one is fine. So the next step after getting the repeat count, we have to get the previous string as well. So this will be string builder. This will be string builder previous equals string stack dot pop. So this is fine. So this is fine. So we are just getting the previous string here. Next, let's go with the for loop. This one will be int I equals 0, I less than repeat, and let's increment the I here. So within this for loop, what we'll do, we will append the current string, nothing but repeat times. So I'll just go with previous dot append of, so we have to pass the current here. So this is fine. So we are done with this part. So next what we need to do, we have to update the current with this one decoded value. We have to, quite obviously, we have to append the current with decoded value. That's what the question states basically. So here current equals previous, and also the final, this one else, I just we need to consider this one, this edge case as well. We need to append the letters to the current, right? So here current dot append of ch. This is fine. I hope this part is fine. So let me come out of this one entirely. Yeah. Finally, the final step is we have to return the final decoded result. So this one will be return current dot. So I'll just go with the toString built-in method, right? So we are just going with the final decoded result. We are returning the final decoded result. So this is it for the code. Easy, right? So let me run the code once. So I hope this works. Let's see. So we have the compile error here. String stack, this S has to be small, line number 19, right? So here this will be small s. So let me run this one again. Hope this works now. Yeah, now you can clearly see the sample test cases are getting passed, right? So let's quickly submit the code now. Let's quickly submit the code. So here you can clearly see all the test cases are getting passed. Means the code works absolutely correct in this case. I hope the solution part is completely clear along with the this one approach and complexities, right? For now, this is it. Thanks for watching, guys.